Our first recommendation for Harmony Health Center is to install energy-efficient products. By installing energy-efficient products, they will be able to save money on energy and save time on having to replace inefficient energy products such as standard light bulbs. The cost of this recommendation varies tremendously because the price depends on the product being purchased. For example, energy-efficient CFL light bulbs are low cost when compared to buying new energy-efficient TVs. Yet energy-efficient TV sets are mildly priced when compared to CFL bulbs and commercial-grade Energy Star appliances. And of course, the cost of the commercial-grade Energy Star appliances seems very high compared to purchasing the CFL bulbs. Our second recommendation for Harmony Health Center would be to computerize the entire filing and record-keeping system. Benefits of this recommendation would include that there would be fewer errors because everything would be electronic, as well as less missing paperwork. Everything would be saved electronically on the computer. Single pages couldn't be lost, they couldn't fall to the ground, get shuffled in with other things. And it would save time because somebody wouldn't have to go and manually file, whereas now they have people who work for them that all they do is just file paperwork. They would be able to save time on that. The costs associated with this recommendation include new green computers, a new server to hold all this information on, new database for medical records, new program to be able to, for example, bill people through an email system and become paperless, and also the cost associated with a salary of in-house techs. Having so many computers, they would need to have computer technicians on hand working for them around the clock because everything would be completely computerized and electronic. The estimated cost of this recommendation would be $80,000 to $100,000 based on the fact that we're including the salary of these in-house techs as well as the other things mentioned. Although it's high, it's something that would completely change the way that the entire facility operates. A lot of hospitals are turning to this paperless system we found through our research, and they found it very worth the cost, and they found the benefits to be greater than they even expected. Our third recommendation for Harmony Health Center is to install water-saving systems. By installing water-saving faucets, toilets, and shower heads, the facility can greatly decrease its water bill. The estimated cost for this project is $20,000, which includes both materials and installation. Of all our recommendations, this is one of the cheaper ones, yet it still brings great benefits. Another good thing about this project is the ease of start and completion. Realistically, these materials could be ordered immediately and installed very quickly, and thus would not interrupt the facility's day-to-day operations. Our fourth recommendation for Harmony Health Center is to install solar panels. By installing solar panels, it will help to reduce the amount of electricity used from FPL. In addition, Harmony can also benefit by using it to act as a backup energy supply if power should fail. The cost of this type of project can be pretty expensive, ranging from $50,000 to $300,000. Our estimate of the cost based on the size and energy usage of the facility is approximately $200,000. Though this type of project can be very expensive, one major benefit is that the solar panels are proven to pay for themselves over a period of 5 years. Our fifth recommendation for Harmony Health Center is to implement a green purchasing policy. Although some items purchased for the facility are already green, the majority are not. By implementing a green purchasing policy, this would give employees, and mainly Central Supply, a guideline for ordering needed materials, obviously in this case steering them towards greener options. One benefit to the implementation of a green purchasing policy would be an added advantage to marketing the facility. Customers may want to stay there after knowing that the facility uses green materials and supplies. Another benefit would be that buying green products makes the world a better place to live in, and more importantly, a better place to do business in. As for the cost, the good news is that creating a green purchasing policy would be virtually free. The only costs that could become evident are the cost difference between the regular goods versus the greener goods. However, even these costs are much more minor compared to the other recommendations made. Our team had several results we planned on achieving for Harmony through our green plan. First was for the company to save money. By following the green plan, Harmony would use less resources and thus spend less money. Also, the company would save money through government incentives set up for companies who utilize green practices, such as tax breaks. Our second desired outcome was to improve the company's reputation. By practicing green actions, Harmony will be able to satisfy the customer's needs of doing business with socially responsible companies. This in turn creates goodwill with their current and future customers. Therefore, our green plan equals happy customers. Last is the more obvious desired outcome of seeking to improve the environment. This should be important to the company because it creates a better future world for them to operate in, and thus promotes the continuity of their operations. Reactions to our green plan came in both positive and negative aspects. These are some of the positive responses we heard from managers. Many believed it would save money in the long term and were excited at the possibility of the appearance of extra money in the budget to be used elsewhere. Also apparent was the chance to increase overall company profits by reducing overhead costs. It was also understood that the green plan could also save time in certain tasks. For example, in the maintenance department, if standard light bulbs were changed to compact fluorescent light bulbs that last up to 10 times longer, then light bulbs would be able to be changed less frequently, thus saving time. Another example comes from the business office with the change to paperless billing. To the staff in the business office, paperless billing means not having to make duplicate copies or spend the time filing these copies because everything would be recorded electronically. One manager even brought up research he encountered that found that employees who worked for employers that matched their own personal goals were more motivated at work. This on its own was huge because of the fact that it isn't generally easy for managers to motivate employees at work. Last was the acknowledgement that the green plan would allow employees to reach some of the demands on them, such as paperless billing. With the green plan, customer expectations could be reached, especially for patient families who were more in tune to the green trends currently taking place.
The green plan. The green plan is the focus to the future. It is very important for marketing. We have to invest. We have to move forward with the future, and the green plan is where it's at. We have to make sure that the investment that is put forward now, it is important enough so we can collect the benefits in the future. For marketing purposes is where it's at. We have to support the green plan.
On the other hand, we also received negative reactions from management. These negative reactions were basically potential reasons as to why our green plan may not be utilized. The number one reason we heard from managers as to why the green plan may not go into effect was because of the cost. Despite that the high initial cost of the green plan would lead to greater benefits, it would be extremely difficult to get budget approval from corporate in such a rocky economy. Next was the issue of initiation and implementation. That meant new systems and new processes that could require retraining of multiple departments, which could be very timely. Another major obstacle in the way was resistance of change by both managers and employees. Even though it is very common to encounter this resistance in all businesses experiencing change, is very hard to overcome. If a leader in any department is stubborn to change, it can affect the entire department's implementation of the new process. This type of obstacle can lead to a very long, slow, and painful execution of the green plan that may cause irreversible damage in departments if not eased in with care.
After hearing about the green plan, I'm all for it, but it's a lot of money. I'm not very confident that the corporate is going to approve the plan. Maybe the smaller projects like the light bulbs, they will change as the older ones need to be replaced. But like I said, I don't see the bigger project happening. Another thing is implementing the green purchasing plan. Many people who have been here working here for such a long time are set in their ways, and it will be very difficult to get them to change the current process. Other than that, I don't see any other major problems. I hope we can overcome those issues because I would really like to receive the benefits that this plan brings.
In conclusion, receiving both negative and positive reactions showed us that this plan did have a chance to succeed. Because management showed a willingness to listen and an ability to compromise on its prior views of green practices, we felt we were really able to present our ideas to the fullest. Even though management didn't agree with us on everything, one thing we did see eye to eye on was the potential and value of the green plan. We believe that even if all of our recommendations don't come to life, we at least got the wheels turning in everyone's brains. That on its own was a major accomplishment to us. The process of this project provided a learning experience for not only our group, but for management as well. One recommendation we tried to push, but was not mentioned before, was for management to view green practices in a different light. We feel that this was the most important recommendation because it was one that would last a lifetime. In closing, we have a word from the facility administrator. Action.
We are really appreciative of the work and effort the group has put into creating the green plan. We can definitely see the value in it and plan on using some of the recommendations immediately. For example, we will probably try to implement some of our lower cost recommendations first due to the rocky economy, such as switching our offer to greener products like compact fluorescent light bulbs and water-saving shower heads. The larger products, such as installing solar panels, will probably have to wait until the economy situation improves. However, we may start to submit these ideas to corporate in order to make arrangements for future budget approval. In all, we are very happy with the green plan that was submitted with us because of the simple fact that it saves time and money. What more could we ask for?